So, in my last video, I gave you a quick preview of my Resident Evil 2 build. I'm eventually ending, well, my eventual aim is to build the entirety of Raccoon City. A few bits of Outbreak, probably not going to do all of Outbreak. There are some areas which are just a bit convoluted, but a lot of Outbreak, 2, 3, maybe a few bonus areas. But this is the start of my outdoor part of Resident Evil 2 / Resident Evil 3. The police station is finished on the surface anyway. So let's go and have a look. So we have our kind of like underground passage area where Brad likes to hang out. The upper floor garden area, leading to the front. This build, ignore all that up there, that's just some experimental stuff that we've done by the build's finished. So this is where I started playing with chisel and bits. Loudest doors in existence. Probably even got an echo of that. So, the main hall of the police station. I was going to chisel and bits this into the actual STARS logo. I got roughly about a fifth of the way through and then gave up. It was far too much. Statue. Eventually I'm going to have a frame device here to give you the key. Get around to the adventure mode in this map. The reception area. We have Marvin's office. Tried to match up with the decor in game as much as possible. So I'll explore the rest of that on the way back. So heading round, we'll try and take a more canon route because Resident Evil 2 is a bit more linear. I need to balance that. For some reason, Minecraft is far too loud. Anyway, so we have the first save room. We have liquor corridor number 1. This is kind of like a stand-in for the shutters. I'm hoping to program in this so I can have funky locomotion frames cover up the windows, like the shutters in game. We have the filing room where you come to get the crank. Or the valve handle. I think that's the crank. In scenario A, anyway. Liquor. The taxi about here. Heading through. Lots of messing around with wooden ramps and platforms and such to get the covers on the windows. And the spare bits of covers that are leaning up against the walls. We have the what looks like a squad room where they come to get the briefings and such. The fire room. For some reason my pictures disappeared. After I saved the game and updated my Modpack, all my pictures in game disappeared, so no more updating the Modpack. I had to put every picture back in manually in the mansion. I'm not got around to doing it back in the police station yet. So, heading onwards. We have this area, which is like the stairs upstairs. So, check this way first. We have the locker room. A lot of this should be recognisable from the Resident Evil 2 remake footage as well. They use a lot of the same areas with that been rearranged slightly. This is the other side of Marvin's office. Oh well, the main squad office it seems, and Marvin's office over there. Head backwards. We have another server room. I wish there was coloured lights in Minecraft. As it stands, you've got these crappy standing, but yeah, it's all white at the end. If anyone knows of a coloured lights mod, let me know. Used fridges to stand in for lockers. There's no good looking lockers in the base game. Oh, base mod pack for all the mods free. This is made in the all the mods free mod pack as per build. Well, it's the same world. The mansion actually exists on this exact same map. So we have the upper stairs corridor. So weirdly, there is a lot of space on the other side of this wall. I'm pretty sure that there must be a door here in game that you just never see, because there's enough room here for a bathroom and a whole other stars office. Just lots of room that isn't utilised in game. Have the statue room. Again, get around to redstone in this. And we have the stars corridor. The stars office. Wesker's desk. And the star desks. Try to make this as... Well, try to make it look cool. Got the weapon. The locker there. Rebecca's desk. I think it's Rebecca, Jill, Chris, Barry. Alpha team. As I said, down there is enough room on the other side of that wall for a Stars Bravo team office, so that's probably whereabouts it would be canonically in the original Resident Evil 2. Heading on through, we get to the library corridor. This is the other side of the blocked off door on the corridor on the other side. Meet Sherry here in one of the scenarios. And then we'll carry on through to the library. So this is the R.P.D. library. If I head upstairs first, I'll show you inside the clock tower. Yeah, this way. This is the third floor balcony. I have the clock tower. Love those machine blocks. So nothing special. I do want to do something with funky locomotion frames there to make the door actually come out with a redstone puzzle down there. And the same up here with this opening. I'm not going to drop down there because if I do, it will activate the command block that takes me downstairs. This is the only place in any of my builds where I've used a command block to transition areas because Resident Evil 2 uses some strange quantum mechanics which make it really difficult to line areas up. I did the best I could. So, carrying on back to the library. Take the other route down. This is where you would fall down in game. You'd have a power switch to push this bookcase out. Bit of a puzzle. Then, onto the second floor balcony. Nothing on this side. Well, this is where you would come to get the spade key in B scenario. But anyway, carrying on round. We have the ladder back down to the main hall. But firstly, we will move around this way to the west wing. So, upper floor west wing is like a reception area. And we'll head left in here. We're going to ignore Iron's office for now. This is the room where you put the gems in and get the key. I can't remember which key now. I think it's the club key. No, the heart key. I think it's the heart key. Again, we're going to ignore Chief Iron's office for now. And heading this way. This door leads to the downstairs west wing. We're going to ignore it because we're going to approach it from the other side for now. But yeah, that's the downstairs west wing. This is where we first meet Mr. X on our way back in B scenario. We'll head our way through. We'll go out to the upper floor outdoors area where the helicopter's crashed. Lovely helicopter, isn't it? Again, not the most creative of people. We have the water tower. This is where we use the valve to put out the fire. Oh yeah, sorry about this. The actual city itself isn't built yet. I'm currently laying out foundations for that. That'll be finished after I actually finish the lab and such. So this is the way around to the B scenario entrance. Currently in the middle of building the B scenario entrance. I need to get that positioned first. That's going to get moved. You'll see what that is when I get there. But yeah, it just doesn't fit at the moment because this is the ramp down into the car park, and this is the B scenario start. Let's get around to just finishing it off. But yeah, so head back round to the back door. Head all the way back. Came from. So I'll go to the chief's office and show you what I've done there. So in Claire's scenario, chief's office would be how you progress the game. Oh, no, other way, this way. So the chief's office would be how you progress the game. So, making our way through, we have the chief's office. We'll go this way first. So heading down here is where we would go to meet Sherry. It's like the chief's private gallery and storage area and such. This is where we would meet Sherry. And then moving our way back. Again, I've not done any redstone design on this map yet, so some areas are open that really shouldn't be. Like, for example, no idea why it plays cave sounds in here. This area. Eventually, there'll be a nice little redstone puzzle here, but for now, we have an elevator. Which leads into Chief's nice private passageway. Which leads to this lovely little area. Again, I am going to head back up to the police station to finish off. And then this is where you would fight Birkin, A, versus Claire. Or Birkin 1, and then up into an area with Sherry where Mr. X would watch you from that balcony. I've actually built this into the city as well. There's 2 sewer exits which line up with the streets. In here. It'd be extended once I move the sewage area. We're heading through. We have the sewers. Sherry would fall down here. I haven't built the under area yet, although I have marked it out, so I can do that. We have what will be this is where the build pretty much finishes for Claire's side and Leon's side once I head down here. But this is one of the sewage offices, Claire's in particular. Then we head down and we have the passage, which, as you can see, is completely unbuilt for now. This is where I'm up to in total. But let's head back to the police station. Doesn't take too long to get back. Again, due to some sizing issues where I've placed the sewage processing plant, I need to move it slightly. Luckily, I've got Worldedit to help me with that. And Orbis, which is a new builder help mod. Orbis is fantastic, by the way. If any of you do play Minecraft, I highly recommend you go and give Orbis a try. I'll pop a link in the description. It's been a big help with some of the outdoor stuff in these builds. So now we're going to head to the ground floor west wing. We'd go down the ladder there in game, but let's do that. So we have the ground floor west wing corridor. We have our little payphones. Heading through, we're going to head towards the interrogation rooms and the press room. So we have interrogation room 1. Well, the interrogation room itself. And then we have the interrogation observation room. And, the press room. So this is where they would do the press briefings and such. Again, tried very much to match up with the colour schemes in game. This corridor was probably one of the hardest to do in the whole station. It's just a very weird scheme in game. So, then we get the squad room, and this seems like a general squad room. So whereas the one on the other side of Marvin's office feels a bit more like a specialist one, more probably for the Stars team, this seems like this is more of a general squad room. It feels like. Have the safes, or the safe, in the office, and this is the other side of the door upstairs that I showed you earlier. So to the upper floor west wing. And then we have pathway to the basement. So again, I've got a computer in here. I'm going to set up some frames to cover up the windows, or we'll have a computer on the wall in here. We have the squad break room, or squad sleep room, it seems, for the night watch. And we'll head downstairs into the basement. So basement-wise, I'm pretty much finished. I will head left first. We'll have a look at the morgue. And Claire's sewer path. So this is where Claire would come and Sherry would and meet Sherry, and Sherry, then we would take control of Sherry. This is Claire's path. So we have a save room here. And then Sherry would jump over here. Claire wouldn't be able to follow. I've had to make this a lot longer than it is in Sherry's scenario. It is far too short. There's some weird quantum entanglement going on in Claire's campaign, which makes Sherry basically teleport about a block away. So we head up, and we have Sherry's side of the sewage treatment. So I'll pop back up here on Ada's side, just to show you that. I just want to show you Sherry's kind of warehouse exit. But heading back over to the police station basement. Resident Evil 2 is probably my favourite of all the Resident Evils, so I kind of wanted to get this one right. A lot more accurate than the one build where I made a few scaling mistakes. Fortunately, you can't avoid scaling mistakes in a 2 build. As I said, the game has weird quantum mechanics. So we have the power room. I've done some pre-setup to get a power puzzle going. Obviously, I won't be able to match the one in game. Minecraft doesn't have that kind of thing, but I will power up to lock the armory here. So this is the armory. The elevator out of the chief's office is behind this wall. Well, it actually is there in game as well. And then we have the car park with no cars because I'm very bad at designing cars in Minecraft. As I said in my previous video, it's come up with a good design for it. But yeah, that's the way outside. I head actually towards the B scenario at entrance, although you never actually see that ramp in game. It must be off camera when you're running down the B scenario. So now we're in the prison. This is where you would come down from the clock tower, and it actually does skip down as well. I've set it up so there is a command block which teleports you here if you fall down in the clock tower. We have the actual prison. The prison area where we meet Ben, and where we get to see him eviscerated by G. Not like Yo G, but G Birkin. We have the kennels. And we have Leon's entrance to the sewers. For some reason it's not letting me down there. What the hell? Unusual. Don't know why that was happening. But anyway, so we have Leon's sewers. Again, this is a lot longer than it is in game. It has to be to get to where we're going. And it's going to get longer because I need to push the sewers further out. The sewage treatment plant further out. But yeah, this is Leon's side of the sewage treatment plant. So we have Leon's save room. And then this would be locked. Ada would have to crawl up here and go through. But obviously I've made this just so I can get through easily myself. This is like a fake door to the outside because otherwise there would be no outside. So I've just left it like that. The whole area is kind of just faked in a way. This is the sewage treatment plant. So we'd head through. That's where we came up with Sherry. And then we have the puzzle room where we would get the club key. I believe it's the club key. And again, I will set up some kind of a puzzle here of some sort. Probably an underwater puzzle because everyone loves underwater puzzles. But yeah, finally, for the build, we have Leon's path. A bit more effort into this path. This is where Leon would fight Birkin 1, or depending on the scenario, could be Birkin 2. Heading down into the sewers. And then Leon would find his way to his. sewage area, which as you can see, I've actually built out his sewage office for now. This will lead down to a warehouse, which I've got to start building. I need to line it up with Sherry's fall from Claire's area, so I'm not going to build in the warehouses yet. And then this is the other side. And that's where I'm up to with the police station build up to now. Next up, sewers, and then factory, and then lab. Thank you for watching.